Okay, and we are live with another WWE Smackdown review on this Thursday evening, January the 29th, 2015, where tonight's Smackdown was live. Simply because Raw was not actual Raw, it was postponed because of the blizzard. We did have a show, but it wasn't a real Raw show. Um, But anyways, nonetheless, I'm your host Tony with my co-host the Bizarre One Dave. How you doing tonight, Dave?
Doing good.
All right, well let's just jump right into this WWE Smackdown. Triple H opened up the show, pretty much thanking the WWE Universe for getting them over 1 million subscribers on the WWE Network. He also brought up some controversy, meaning Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble, and I'm guessing he's meaning by the boos that he is getting as well. He also then said that on Monday Night Raw that he will make a huge, big announcement that will shake the WWE, um, shake it up. So this should be very interesting. Any thoughts that you think it might be?
Um, it was good. I was surprised he addressed some of the stuff that he did, but it was like he went from like a face promo straight to a heel promo, which was kind of nice.
What do
I
you
mean,
think?
I figured he would make an announcement. The big announcement he's gonna make would be on like the podcast, but maybe that's where he'll touch on the cancel WWE Network trend that we had over the weekend. But I don't know what unless he talks about adding something to the match or something. I don't know. Unless he makes Roman Reigns defend his spot.
Maybe a split? Maybe they go back to a Raw and SmackDown brand?
What? Oh, you think it's something like that? Like where they split SmackDown and Raw?
And they have two champs?
I don't know. Do we really want two champs again?
Um, would you be happy with Daniel Bryan being world champion and being on SmackDown every Thursday night?
I mean, he would be the face of SmackDown for sure. And more people. But do you want to take him off Raw? I mean, that's the problem you would have.
Well, remember how they had it where they would both be on the shows? If they made it to where only. See, this is what I would do. I didn't really care for them having SmackDown and Raw guys on both shows. And I don't know if their roster is deep enough for them to do that. But if they wanted to do that, I would only have the champion fight on the different shows. So that means you can have Daniel Bryan still be on Raw if you want to.
Not having an undisputed champion, you're just having two disputed champions.
Right, but that's also making the universe happy because WWE Universe wants Daniel Bryan to be.
I just don't get why did you go through all that? And what 2014? I don't know, the end of 2000. Yeah, it was 2014. No, 13. But how they made one champion, and then just to throw it all away and start all over two champions again. It's possible. I mean, I'm sure some people would like it just to see, split brands again, but I was never really too big of a fan of the split brand. When they made one champion, it was different, but at least you had one champion.
Right, because if you think about it, Daniel Bryan's been pretty much the face of SmackDown lately.
I mean, we could go that route, but I mean, you got to bring back the world title and then give him that title. I mean, why not just elevate the Intercontinental title to another level instead of making it even worth? It'll make it even worthless now if you bring back the world title.
Yeah, I mean it's just a thought.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting to think about something like that if they did want to do that. I mean, it would be really intriguing to say, okay, we're going to have a draft again, which the drafts were always entertaining.
Right.
Then we're going to go back to having two GMs again, a Raw GM and a SmackDown GM.
I mean, the Authority could be the Authority and just run both shows.
If it's going to play out like it probably will, Or they're going to lose power after WrestleMania, I would think.
Maybe. Yeah. After that, Reigns did come out saying that what's going to be the huge announcement. There's no controversy that he won the Royal Rumble. Triple H just basically said, "Good luck in your next match," and it was him versus Big Show in a one-on-one match. I think it was one-on-one match. Roman Reigns versus Smackdown. What did you think of it?
It was a pretty good match. I mean, it got a clean finish, so I was different because they want to give you. He can complete matches. He can do this, but yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of his, but it was a good match. I wasn't mad, but I'm just sick of Big Show and Kane, honestly.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a bad match. I mean, it was the best probably they could do. Big Show looked good. I mean, he got some offense in as well. Roman Reigns ends up, spearing him and getting the win. Setting up what's going to happen on Monday night with the huge announcement. But yeah, next we had J&J Security come out with Seth Rollins, pretty much hyping up his match at the Triple Threat match at the Royal Rumble, saying how he was so close to winning the title, how he held his own. He also brought up that he would issue an open challenge to whoever wants to come out. Ryback ends up coming down to the ring. They all jump him. J&J Security end up jumping him as well with Seth Rollins. They end up taking out Ryback. Rowan ends up coming down to the ring, takes out Rowan. Dolph Ziggler ends up trying to make the save, which then makes Seth Rollins and J&J Security retreat. They never ended up having a match or anything later on. I'm not really sure if that's setting up something.
Not fast.
Maybe fast.
6-man tag.
Yeah, or maybe this Monday night on Raw we see something like that happen. But
yeah, but who else do you put Rollins with right now? I mean, at Fastlane. I mean, if you put him in a 6-man tag, I guess, against maybe him and Big Show and Kane versus those three.
You could do a 6-man tag with J&J Security. Rollins could hold his own right there. And then have them...
And they can still... But it would make more sense to me, like, if it... But they might do J&J Security. I don't want to see Big Show and Kane, but they could end up going that route. Big Show and Kane and Rollins versus those three. Because you have Ryback and you have Rowan, who are two big guys.
Mm.
But
guess we shall see. Yeah, we shall see what happens. Next, we had our second match of the night, which was Jey Uso taking on Tyson Kidd in a singles match, which was pretty good. Tyson Kidd ends up picking up the win. Looking like we may see a title match set up, hopefully, with Tyson Kidd and Cesaro taking on the Usos. That'd be pretty nice to see. But yeah. Other than that, nothing really to talk about that match. Next, we had Rusev and John Cena kind of square off in the ring. Kind of had a little promo to each other. John Cena pretty much saying that he promises to end Rusev's undefeated streak at Fastlane. If anybody didn't hear or know that they will be facing each other at Fastlane. Yeah. Any thoughts on that?
I hate the name of this pay-per-view. I mean, it's like, wow. I can't stand the name of the pay-per-view, but, I mean, the match should be good. Cena looked like he was trying to kind of bury Rusev, but, I mean, Rusev's a big shot, so, to really shine.
Yeah, that's really, I guess Fastlane is like their way of saying it. A highway to WrestleMania. I don't know. Or road to WrestleMania.
Yeah. It would be so much, not being off track, we've talked about this before, but if they brought back an old school pay-per-view instead of Fastlane, I mean, it would bring more anticipation to this match, to the pay-per-view. Like, No Way Out. Like, they used to have No Way Out before WrestleMania, They do something like that. People would be more interested. Oh, cool, No Way Out.
Yeah, maybe someday. Uh, Next we had a tag match between Stardust and Goldust and versus the Ascension, where we see some tension between Goldust and Stardust. The Ascension do end up picking up the win. The match was okay. Possibly Goldust Stardust in the match at WrestleMania.
I don't know if that's a WrestleMania match, but it's possible.
Brother versus brother. Retirement match for Goldust.
I don't know if it's a WrestleMania match though. You know.
Next we had a Bray Wyatt promo where he wants to know what makes people happy. He talks about being different and having no fears. He talks about the dead dropping a hint about a potential Undertaker match.
That would be interesting.
If he faces the Undertaker, do you think he would win?
No, there's no way. He would lose.
We'll get more
Because
facts and match happen.
You're not going to have Undertaker lose 2 years in a row at WrestleMania.
Right. Regardless, it would elevate Bray Wyatt anyways. Cause
Against Undertaker.
He'd probably carry him half the match. But nonetheless, let's go to the main event tonight, which was a casket match between Daniel Bryan and Kane. They're pretty much hyping up the match that it would be the last match between these two teams, between these two guys. And the match itself was actually really good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad we didn't get no authority running down to pull Daniel Bryan down to put in the casket. But just a straight up match. And they kind of needed to do this after the Rumble.
Right. I enjoyed the match. I actually
Fantastic.
wasn't really looking forward to it when they announced it on Raw. But after watching it, I was like, wow, that's actually a pretty good match.
Yeah, I don't remember ever that kind of match being on TV, really, in a long time. So it was kind of neat, I thought.
Yeah, and I thought the match itself was good. I thought, Kane looked good. Daniel Bryan looked good. Daniel Bryan ends up picking up victory.
Obvious, I think, though. Wasn't the finish really obvious, though, you think?
But that he was going to win?
That he was going to hit him with a high knee, the little running knee he does, and he was going to knock him out in the casket and the match over. That's what I figured was going to be on the rope somehow.
Yeah.
But it was a good match. I enjoyed it. You enjoyed it?
Yeah, and that pretty much wraps up SmackDown, where Daniel Bryan was the highlight of the show again. After that, that's about it. Next, we get the Monday Night Raw, where we hear the major announcement from Triple H. What was that?
And we got the podcast right after Raw Monday. So we probably won't do a show Monday more than likely because we'll probably watch the podcast.
No. We could do a show. It will be a late Monday Night Raw review. We'll definitely check out the podcast before we do.
Or it might be more of a podcast review depending on what happens.
We could do a review and we could do review on both because we did that the last time. Review Raw and we can review the podcast with Triple H. SmackDown itself tonight was pretty decent. Casket match is pretty good.
Yeah, it was live and it was fun to watch it. And those are always good. I mean, those little live stuff that doesn't usually happen. So yeah.
Different live SmackDown this time. Next week we won't be live, but I'm sure we'll see Daniel Bryan in another match or so. Hopefully, Monday Night Raw is looking pretty good. We'll get a major announcement. Yeah, I'm wondering what it is. Should be good. Do we see a rematch? Do we see a match? Do we see Daniel Bryan get added into the triple threat? It's a done. Do we see cash in? I mean, there's a bunch of things that can potentially happen. It should be very interesting.
I don't think Brock's gonna be there, is he?
I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah, it's not hard to cash in unless he cashes in his hotel room or something.
Triple H also said he invited Sting to Fastlane to kind of have a face-off with him.
Yes.
That's also something to look forward to. So things are kind of picking up. Hopefully after Fastlane, things will get a little bit more exciting. But I think that's going to end tonight's show. We'll be back tomorrow night. Yes, tomorrow night with the TNA Impact review. We will review TNA Impact if, that's a big if, guys, we feel the need to do the Impact review. Last week we didn't feel like we should do it. We didn't feel like the show was that good enough to do one. But this week, I think, or tomorrow night, I should say, we've got a Monsters Ball match, Marty Abyss. I think that's going to be pretty good. So we should.
The world title.
We will be more than likely be on tomorrow night. And then, of course, as always, we'll be back Monday night with a late Raw review. But nonetheless, thank you everybody for watching tonight or whenever you guys end up watching this video. Any last words, Dave, before we sign off till tomorrow night's TNA Impact review?
No, it should be it. This weekend looks pretty fun. You got Super Bowl, so everybody enjoy. Have a good weekend.
Yes, everybody enjoy their week. If you do not check out TNA Impact, please do it. It's going to be a good show tomorrow night. And then Monday night, we got the podcast with Stone Cold and Triple H and the huge announcement. So everybody, enjoy your weekend and get ready for Monday Night Raw. Thanks, everybody.